Doctors at a plush Durban hospital continue to treat Schabir Shaik after a mild stroke. ANC members who booed the president face a lifetime ban from party events. And Ajax Cape Town through to the finals of the nation's richest soccer tournament.
It's a 5-3 tie.
This is E-News Primetime. A very good evening. Schabir Shaik is still recovering in a plush Durban clinic tonight. It's come to light that the convicted fraudster and former financial advisor to Jacob Zuma suffered a mild stroke last week. He was rushed to St. Augustine's Hospital just a short while after he began his 15-year sentence for fraud and corruption.
It's been a week since Schabir Shaik was rushed to this exclusive and pricey private hospital in Durban. Correctional services remained cagey about what exactly was wrong with the flamboyant former businessman. There was talk of him being stressed, suffering from high blood pressure or a kidney ailment that had laid him low. But now it's emerged Shaik had a mild stroke. It hit him just days after he started his 15-year sentence for fraud and corruption. Doctors say excessive stress can bring on a stroke, and recovery times vary from patient to patient. So, why was Shaik transferred from the Kalagabusha prison to a plush private clinic over 100 kilometers away? Correctional services say Shaik has received no preferential treatment. Inmates are allowed to choose private hospitals when they are ill, so long as they can afford to foot the bill themselves. They were a little less forthcoming about Shaik's prognosis, refusing to comment on how long he might remain under a doctor's care. A close family friend of the Shaik's told us that he's still recovering in this hospital and has dismissed as rubbish implications that the Durban businessman is faking illness to stay out of prison. Vanessa Govender, E-News, Durban.
And while Schabir Shaik recovers in hospital, another high-profile jailbird has embarked on a hunger strike. Tony Yengeni is refusing food to protest the removal of his privileges.
This is the picture that got Tony Yengeni into trouble. It clearly shows him in his backyard with friends, a beer in hand. A normal weekend picture for most, but for Yengeni it was an apparent breach of parole conditions that led to his privileges being withdrawn pending the outcome of an investigation. Correctional services officials have now confirmed that Yengeni's refusing food, embarking on a hunger strike to protest the move.
The ANC has threatened to ban those who booed President Thabo Mbeki from future party events. Mbeki was the keynote speaker at the reburial ceremony of struggle veteran Moses Mabhida. But when he got up to speak, the crowd yelled abuse and left the stadium.
ANC members had gathered to pay tribute to struggle veteran Moses Mabhida. They listened attentively to Jacob Zuma's speech. But when it came time for President Thabo Mbeki to speak, they made their displeasure felt.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Zuma then returned to the mic.
Can we come back, please?
It was an embarrassing moment for the president, disrespected by members of the party he leads. Political analyst Justice Malala says this incident is indicative of a deeper problem within the ANC.
You're seeing people starting to say, well, he might be the president of the organization, president of the country, but we don't care. We believe that he is orchestrating a campaign against certain people, Jacob Zuma in particular.
Malala says the theory that Mbeki is working behind the scenes to ensure Zuma never becomes president is gathering steam. And it's in KwaZulu-Natal that the anger against Mbeki is often most openly expressed. The ANC has condemned the actions of some of their members in KwaZulu-Natal, saying they showed a blatant lack of respect. But analysts agree it will take more than condemnation to stem the tide. They say Mbeki and Zuma will have to work together to heal a widening rift that could pose a threat in the ruling party. Lukhanyo Chalata, E-News, Cape Town.
In other news, the woman accused of murdering a newborn baby in a hospital ward will appear in court soon. The suspect had just given birth herself and allegedly ran amok, kicking the 2-day-old baby to death. She's been under psychiatric observation since the incident.
It was behind these hospital walls that a new mother allegedly murdered another woman's 2-day-old infant. Nurses discovered her with 2 babies in her arms and watched helplessly as she allegedly threw one to the floor and kicked her to death. They managed to pry the second infant from her arms and save its life. The suspect has been under psychiatric observation since the alleged murder. Police are guarding her closely but have yet to charge her. She is likely to appear in the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court soon. Police and health officials have no idea what motivated the murder, but experts say it has the hallmarks of postnatal psychosis. It's a rare condition that affects about 1 in every 1,000 new mothers.
Especially patients who are themselves have had, even outside of pregnancy, for example, have had one previous major depressive episode or some kind of other, even if it's not depressive, psychotic or borderline personality disorders.
Specialists say many women go undiagnosed, and as a result, statistics on postnatal psychosis are difficult to come by. The condition made international headlines in 2002 when American mother Andrea Yates was convicted of murdering her children by drowning them in the bath. She was suffering from postnatal psychosis at the time. Belinda Moses, E-News, Johannesburg.
When E-News Primetime continues, American taxpayers fork out $350 billion to fund the war in Iraq, but the carnage continues on the streets of Baghdad.